Tuesday Night Baseball set to come. Digging in, Tommy Pham. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Leading off for the Rays, the left fielder, number 29.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate.
Pham.
Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Batting second. The second
set to get his evening at the plate started, Daniel Robertson. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Daniel Robertson is the second out of the opening frame.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
Two out, nobody on. And he gets him to go after 1-0-2 as this is popped in the air toward the left side of the infield. Devers is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. Striding in, Andrew Benintendi, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the American League in hitting.
This guy can do just about everything when he's in the lineup. In the top 5 in the league in runs scored, and he's a big part of this offense. So there's more to this guy than just swinging the bat. He can get on base, too.
0-2 the count to Benintendi.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2, you got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
This is pulled into right, but this will hang up a bit too long as it's taken in chest high for the first out.
The second baseman
to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Here's Brock Holt now. He enters play 6th in the American League in the batting race.
Hey, not a bad year for a second baseman. There's some really good 2-sackers out there, but second basemen aren't typically where you expect to have one of your better hitters.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
But he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
The designated hitter.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And into bat next, one of the best run producers in the land, J.D. Martinez. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Back-to-back tough pitches, and he's down 0-2 now.
2 great pitches down in the zone. Interested to see where he goes now. Does he bounce something in the dirt? Does he go elevated fastball? A lot of options.
Hit high and deep to left field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So we'll take one more look. And boy, he just continues to hit the ball out of the ballpark at an alarming rate. What a year. Here's the first pitch to him.
Bogart.
Fastball on the first pitch, and it's taken for strike 1.
Snuck that high hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Hey, after giving up that extra base hit right there, I love the fact that he came back with much better location, much better execution. That might have woke him up.
A bouncer to the left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. First delivery to him on the way.
The first baseman.
Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
No balls and 1 strike. And it's 0-2 to Avisail Garcia.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well, and I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball, he's working really quick, keeping the ball down in the zone, and if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought his good stuff in this one.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Every pitcher looks to get off to a good start, and I'd say he's off to a good start. How about the first 5 batters he's faced? 3 of them he's sent down via the strikeout.
And that will bring in Yandy Diaz, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Rays go in order. 1-2-3. They're down 1-0. Into the box now, Rafael Devers.
Leading off.
He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
The third baseman, Rafael.
Watches a fastball
Devers.
right there for strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
Hard liner to center field. Kiermaier is there, and he has it for the first out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Here's Mookie Betts. First at bat for him as he enters play 3rd in the American League batting race. Right there for strike 1. That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees. And now pitch on the way. Hit hard to short. Adames picks it up. And there's out number 2. Now in the box, Christian Vasquez. He's coming off a 3-hit ball game in Sunday's series finale. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Don't know what he's waiting for there. It's 0-2.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He is pounding his zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired.
Leading off for Tampa Bay.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Kevin Kiermaier.
Hit out toward second. Backhanded. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Hit down the line at first, and he'll step on first himself for the out. So stepping in, Willie Adames, 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Little resistance there as the Rays are down on 4 pitches. They still trail 1-0. Coming to the plate now, Steve Pearce, as he enters this one with an absurdly high batting average.
The first baseman.
Definitely one of the most dangerous hitters in the league these days.
Here.
called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2. Ready with another 0-2. Line drive to left. Pham is right there as he puts it away. No problem for the first out.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Jackie Bradley.
Here's Jackie Bradley now.
Jr.
One of the better hitters in the league this year, currently 7th in the American League in hitting.
One of the best hitters in baseball, and he does it with some damage too. Lots of extra base hits. He's in the top 5 in the league in slugging percentage as well.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Behind 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. Skied into straightaway right. Garcia is underneath this one, and that's out number 2.
Up next for the Red Sox, the left
Riding in
fielder,
once again,
Andrew
Benintendi. Hit it hard, but lined
Benintendi.
out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
The windup and the 0-1. Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike. Line toward right center, and he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play. Digging in for his second at-bat, Tommy Pham back to the
Leading
top
off
of the
for Tampa
lineup
Bay,
as they're still
the
looking
left
for their
fielder,
first
number
base
29.
runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet
Yeah.
to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these
Now
hitters
batting,
are able to
second
make
baseman,
in the middle innings of this game.
Daniel.
Time now for the Red Sox Road to the Show report as we get a look at two guys making some noise in the upper minors. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Strike taken. Good pitch on the lower part of the zone. No runs, no hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Ranging back is Bradley. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Ready for another chance? Austin Meadows. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Hit on the ground out to short. Gloved by Bogarts. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Down in order go the Rays. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Step Brock Holt. He set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
The second baseman, Brock Holt.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Not an easy thing to do to fill up the strike zone and be successful doing it. How about this guy so far in this one? 100% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Behind 0-2 now. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Garcia giving chase. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Now batting,
Next
the
will be the
designated
hitter,
J.D.
Martinez. He went deep in his first at bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And that's been the entire offense so far in this one. They've been shut down other than that.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Strike two called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever.
Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And it's off the green monster. And he's in there easily at second with a one-out double.
Now batting.
Well, when you're hitting the ball
The
as well as
shortstop.
he is, every time you
Sander.
swing the bat, you're thinking the
Bogart.
ball's leaving the ballpark. He had a home run last time, and he almost had another one here. Nothing wrong with a double off the wall, though.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Martinez, the runner at second with one away. Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone. Later in there for a base hit, and this will find the wall deep in the corner. Throw to second, but he's in there as a run will score on the play as well.
With that
Now
hard double,
batting,
you get a
third
glimpse to see
baseman,
why this guy is a
Raphael
legitimate MVP candidate this
Devers.
season. Whenever he gets a chance to produce, he seems like he takes advantage of it. Great example there.
Raphael Devers the next to bat, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make or break moment in this game. When you're playing a first place team, you can't expect to fall way behind early in the game and then mount a comeback.
Outside part of the plate, the changeup is in there.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
Hit in the air out to center field. Kiermaier is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Now batting.
Stepping
The right
into the
fielder.
box, Mookie Betts,
Mookie.
runner in scoring position with
Betts.
2 gone. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Stays alive, still 0-2. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Line, but speared on a hop. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
Man, there's just
Now
no
batting.
excuse
Catcher.
for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike. And he is cruising now. It's 0-2.
Don't just assume as a hitter right here he won't triple up. He's got you down 0-2, and he might really want to get inside your head if he throws the same pitch again.
0-2, here it comes. Now a ground ball and a chance for Adames is short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. One for the Red Sox on the double by Bogaerts. We're through 4. It's now 2-0 Boston. Back now at Fenway Park, and here's Heidi Watney with a report.
Matt, Rays manager Kevin Cash talked to me in between innings about his lineup's offensive production, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Behind 0-2 now. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound.
Now
he's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he currently sits third in the AL in that category. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this is foul for the first strike. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And he misses there. 1-2.
Jeez, finally. That's the first ball they've taken all night. Do it again, I dare you.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Into the box now, Yandy Diaz. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets to 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
No runs, no hits, 1 error in the ballgame for Tampa Bay. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ballgame, and that ends the inning. Rays go in order, 1-2-3. They trail it here 2-0. So striding in, Steve Pearce
leading off
for 1
for the
here in this one.
The first baseman.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Here.
There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike. Pearce, a veteran at 35 years of age. He was an 8th round selection back in 2005.
I know this guy.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And it bangs off the monster. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. This guy's been producing at the plate all year long, and this at-bat is no different. He's probably surprised it didn't leave the yard after the season he's having, but he'll just have to settle for a double.
First pitch on its way, and he gets ahead 0-1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Pearce stands at second with no outs. This one is launched. Look at this. Gone. He finds the short porch for a home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field. 41st home run of the year for him as the Red Sox open it up even further. It's now 4-0.
I think if this pitch would have been a little higher and in on his hands, it would have been effective. But he left this one belt high. Big mistake. He's a guy that will feast on belt high pitches on the inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
0 for 2 for him to this point. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2. Now a southpaw up to throw in that Tampa Bay bullpen. Fouled off. Line towards center field. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out.
Now batting, second baseman, Brock.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that'll bring up the versatile utility man, Brock Holt. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Still only 1 out in the inning. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. He pulls this one into right, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, that's a crazy at that right there. Takes 2 pitches, 2 quality pitches, then gets a third one, and he hits a bullet for a single.
I can't tell you how good that feels as a former hitter right there. 0-2, you're pretty much dead to rights, and he comes through with a big knock.
Here's J.D. Martinez. Now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And he's safe.
The batter, number 2.
Now shortstop Xander Bogaerts. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. He's set and the pitch. Hit high and deep out to left field. Not quite out of here as it's off the monster. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
It's one of the beauties of playing in Fenway right there. Most places that's a double or a home run, but at Fenway you're coming out of the box thinking, can I make it to second? Because if it caroms and that left fielder fields it cleanly, you're dead to rights at second base. I mean, that's a heck of a job to hold them in a single.
Standing in now, Rafael Devers, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
This is a great spot to be in as a pitcher. You have 2 strikes. You can bury one for a potential strikeout, and at worst, keep the ball down in the zone. You might be able to turn one pitch into an ending double play.
A bullet to first base. Now to the plate, Mookie Betts. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for him.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning. Matt, a hit here could really fire up that dugout.
There's strike 2 as it catches the outside corner. This is line to left. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Now batting, catcher.
So it's first and second with 2 men gone. And from the on-deck circle into the batter's box comes Christian Vasquez. Here comes the first pitch. In there, no balls and a strike. 4 runs here in this half inning. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone or just out of the zone, but something way out of the zone doesn't serve any purpose.
In the air out toward right field. Garcia has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. 5. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Kiermaier now.
2 strikes.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead a foul ball. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way. Got him.
And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right
batter.
now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud, as he rips it on the ground to second. To his left, Holt. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
When the guy on the mound is working on a no-no this late, every play is exciting and stressful for the fielders. We'll see if they can continue making the plays behind him.
Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. But it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and relax a little bit, or does he call a team meeting right after this one?
And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown, as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. Down in order go the Rays. They still find themselves down 6-0. Bottom of the 6th inning on its way. But first, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked with manager Alex Cora during the break about his thoughts on the Red Sox hitters to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Of their hits, 7 of them have come from at-bats where they were behind in the count. Now, hitting in pitchers' counts is pretty much never the recipe for success. But the fact that they've done such a great job of that today is pretty good proof that these guys are battling every trip to the plate.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. On the outside, Black. Good pitch, called for a strike. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 6th.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've
now
had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers. They're finding balance. They're not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
Jackie Bradley Jr. stands in as he looks at a called strike. Fastball called for strike 2. Pierce on at first, nobody out. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that'll wind up a foul ball just to the right of Pesky's pole. And another foul ball. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Here's another 0-2. Hard hit ball to second. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Now chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's got a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Behind 0-2 now. Line towards center field. Kiermaier has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. And he'll indeed move up 90 feet, putting runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Up next for the Red Sox.
Ready for another shot now. Brock Holt is working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. This is pulled into right. Garcia will make the catch, and here comes the runner from third. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Now batting, the
2 men are gone
designated
now in
hitter.
the Boston half of the
JD
6th. And into bat next, one of the best run
Martinez.
producers in the land, J.D. Martinez. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In there, and it's 0-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Strike 2 as that's taken on the outside part of the plate. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is going to get foul. Another 0-2 coming. To the left side, but it's well foul. The 0-2 once more. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. A run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full. It's the Red Sox 7, the Rays nothing.
Leading off for the Rays. The left
Ready to
fielder,
deliver.
number
Here's the
29.
first pitch.
Tommy.
In there at the letters 0-1.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Now another 0-2. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Benintendi racing back, and it's gone into the monster seats.
Well, they're not there yet, but a solo homer to lead off the inning will do wonders for any team's confidence.
Now batting.
We'll see if the next
The
few
second
batters
baseman,
can continue the comeback
Daniel
effort here. Just need to string
Robertson.
some good at-bats together now.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And he drops a changeup right down Broadway for a called strike. Ready with another 0-2. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's
Now
throwing
batting,
strikes,
designated
but how
hitter,
about the amount of strikeouts?
Austin
And what's even more impressive,
Meadows.
no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
No balls and a strike to count. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there, and it's fouled away.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a
Now
real
batting,
nice job bouncing
number
back from that
35.
home run to strike out the next 2 guys. Sometimes you're going to get taken deep, but it's all about how you respond that really matters.
Stepping in now, number 35, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. In there, and he's in control 0-2 now.
Hey, I got to commend him a little bit. Leadoff homer, and now he's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning without any further damage.
2 out, nobody on. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So it may be too little too late, but they're on the board. Digging in and looking for more. Xander Bogaerts.
For the
He's
Red
2
Sox.
for 3 and looking for
The
more
shortstop,
here.
Xander
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we are going to have some guys getting some wood blown up in their hands.
Adames brings it in. And the throw here is in time. Very nicely done there at short for the first out.
Now
and I thought this might happen based on how close that play was. They're looking at the replay in order to make a decision on challenging the out call on the field.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
Now an indication from the dugout is that they will not challenge the call on the field, so the runner is indeed out. Into the box, Rafael Devers, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Liner towards second. And a leaping effort there, but this is down into right center, a base hit.
Now batting, the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Stepping up to the plate, Mookie Betts. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. First pitch of the at-bat. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Devers, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. There's a called strike as he nips the corner. Hit high and deep out to left field. Not quite out of here. It's off the out-of-town scoreboard. And he'll get in there at second base. Not the home run, but he's got himself a double.
Now batting, catcher.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we can say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
0-1 the count. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2. Rolled slowly, and this is going to wind up hitting the bag at third. And fair ball as a run crosses the plate. Now the throw comes in to hold that second runner at third, so they're at the corners now with still only 1 away.
Yeah, man, hard to stay focused on the game when the score is this far out of hand, especially when you're on the losing side of it. Even as broadcasters, it can be a little bit challenging to stay fully dialed in.
He's set. Here it comes. In there at the knees, strike 1. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Oh, and that is right there for strike 2.
Sometimes guys get a little less aggressive pitching with a couple of runners on base, but not here. That was 2 good fastballs to take control of the bat and get the count to 0-2.
Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. Runner tags from third as the catch is made out in front of the monster. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third.
Well, this ends up being a sac fly, but you got to love the effort out there. Sacrificed his body to make that catch, and I'll tell you, that didn't feel good. Probably saved extra bases by making that play.
Into the box now, Jackie Bradley Jr. as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in the dirt.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Garcia, still ranging back. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. Well, we've now seen 4 homers combined between these two clubs today. What are your thoughts, guys?
Matty V, this is kind of a mini
Now
home run derby.
left fielder.
Ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. Inner third let go. It's a called strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lifted in the air out to center field. Kiermaier's got a read on it, and that ends the inning. So here is Avisail Garcia. He went down on strikes last time up. Heath Hembry has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Your attention, please.
Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike.
Number 37, Heath
Behind
Hembry.
0-2 now. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. The next 0-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The next 0-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Now here it comes. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. And there are the final numbers for the Boston starter.
Now batting,
he was great all night long.
Yandy.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
2 strikes.
Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. Rays go in order 1-2-3. They trail by double digits. Digging in once again.
Leading off
Holt.
for the
He
Red
lined
Sox.
out in his last
The
trip,
second
so
baseman.
looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
The designated hitter, J.D.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off
Martinez.
the wall right there, but the outfielder does a really good job, D-Roll, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in to keep him at first for a long single.
Yeah, and also a nice job by the base runner not there. Not putting his head down, being over-aggressive and getting thrown out at second base. He saw the play happening in front of him and put the brakes on and got back for a base hit.
Yeah, D-Roll, I think he would have been toast if he tried to stretch that one into a double.
It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. And they go away here. It's a called strike. 0-2. 0-2. Here it comes. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
That's what you call clipping the outside corner. Great movement on that slider. And it completely locked up the hitter. Didn't fool the umpire, though.
Bogart.
From the stretch. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Throw on to first, so the sacrifice is successful.
Up next for the Mets.
Rafael Devers,
the third baseman,
comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day.
Devers.
Here comes the first pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. This is pulled into right. And this will hop over the wall, but the run will score.
The batter.
And this thing bounces
the right
over
fielder.
the wall, but I don't think it would have mattered if it stayed in the ballpark. Either way, the runner was going to score, and he was going to line up at second. He drove that ball really nicely.
Number 47.
Oliver Drake comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. 0-1, here's the pitch. Oh, good spot on the black for strike 2. Here's the 0-2. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
The batter, the catcher, Christian Vasquez.
Ready once again, Christian Vasquez trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Fun attempt, but this one might have too much on it. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs. Up next for the Rays, Travis d'Arnaud starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Please.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Ulysses Chassin comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Betts has a read on it. 1 away.
The batter, number 1.
Settling in now, Willie Adames. No hits to this point. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
0-1.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Another strikeout for him on the mound. And boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. Tampa down to their final strike in this one. Swing and a liner. And he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over. 13-1 is the final lopsided. Wednesday Night Baseball now from Fenway. Nate Eovaldi, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan, any thoughts?
A huge arm comes with Nathan Eovaldi.
Leading off tonight for Tampa Bay,
to 100 miles an hour. All the way back from Tommy John surgery. Power pitcher deluxe. His best swing and miss pitch, though, is the split finger. He'll throw that to both righties and lefties.
Time now for a look at the Rays starting 9. Dan Plesac, who you focused on?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference in this game. He's having a really nice season, hitting over 300 coming into this one. We all know that that's the magic number. When you hit over 300 for a season, you've got plenty to be proud of. Now we'll see if he can keep it up over the rest of the year.
Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Tommy Pham is the second out of the opening frame.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Standing in now, Austin Meadows. Holt calls for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Rays. Tampa Bay nothing. Red Sox coming to. Striding into the box, Andrew Benintendi, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the American League in hitting.
The left fielder.
First pitch on its way. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight. It was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
And this is going to find the gap and roll toward the bullpen for extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 delivery. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in the dirt.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Another 0-2 home. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. Here's another 0-2. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one.
The designated hitter.
Who stands out?
You have to be really impressed with what J.D. Martinez does for this offense. He's been on a nice stretch. How about an on-base percentage of over 500 in his last 10 games? That's right, 500 in his last 10 games. That's pretty special, and he's doing a lot to make this lineup click right now.
Fastball called for strike 2. Martinez playing here in his age 31 season. He was a 20th round selection back in the 2009 MLB draft.
What an
and he can't come up with it. And a nice job to stay with it that time and get the second out of the inning. Stepping into the box, Xander Bogaerts. First opportunity for him here with the leadoff man still standing at second. 2 gone now. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Back goes Kiermaier. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. He pulls into second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring
Batting
on the
fifth,
play.
the third baseman.
And it looks like they're picking up right where they left off last night, where they posted some big offensive numbers. Well, he keeps the party going with a double here. Going to be a tall order to duplicate last night's performance, but they'll give it a try.
Striding in for Boston, Brock Holt. He enters play 6th in the American League in the batting race.
This guy's had a super season so far, and we're well into the baseball season, so this isn't a fluke. He's been swinging the bat great all year.
Holt, sometimes referred to as the Brock Star. He was a 9th-round pick back in the 2009 MLB draft.
I know this guy didn't go into the pack.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. One for the Red Sox on the double by Bogarts.
Leading off for Tampa Bay.
First pitch on its way.
Number 8.
Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Ranging back is Bradley. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively. The guy I want to focus on is outfielder Andrew Benintendi. Also a hybrid type outfielder. Forced to move to a corner in Boston with the likes of Jackie Bradley Jr. and Mookie Betts out there. But a guy who can play center with a strong, accurate arm, and we know he can roll the ball.
And it's 0-2 to Avisail Garcia. Here comes another 0-2. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. But a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I mean, that's almost an unhittable pitch right there. The downward action of that nasty split finger, add in the velocity in the high 80s. You ain't doing much with that.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Rays shortstop. A bouncer up the middle. Played on the backhand. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
Yeah, nobody on right there, Dan. 2 outs. It's not every day you see a guy pick him up and put him down like him getting down to first base right there. Bought himself a base hit.
Well, I'd say what, there's a couple of things you can do. It doesn't take a lot of talent to hustle, and doesn't take talent to be on time. And he hustled out of the box, turned what could have been a ground out to end the inning into an infield single.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for Tampa. They trail this one 1-0. Here's Mookie Betts. First at bat for him as he enters play 3rd in the American League batting race.
The right
fielder. Also right up among the leaders in home runs and RBIs. This guy's having an epic season, and he has an outside shot to win the Triple Crown.
Now here's the pitch. Clips the corner of the zone with the sinker for a strike. Hit hard on the ground to third. And that's the first out.
Okay, here's how the Rays set up on defense today.
The catcher.
And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can. That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all the way, and he was going to zone him up.
Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Right side, hit hard. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
He's going to have to work that sinker down in the zone. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's going to leave that belt high, that's going to spell disaster.
So coming to the plate, Steve Pearce. He enters this one second in the American League in round trippers. No balls and a strike to count. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball taken down the middle, and that's strike 2.
Hey, that's got to throw the batter's game plan off a little bit. He thinks sinker's coming. Double play situation. He gets the ordinary bat.
Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. And it's off the green monster. The relay. And he will get in there at second base as he's got himself a wall ball double.
Batting ninth.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. This guy's been producing at the plate all year long.
Junior.
And this at-bat is no different. He's probably surprised it didn't leave the yard after the season he's having, but he'll just have to settle for a double.
And that's in there for a strike. Bradley, or JBJ as the initials read. He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
Now batting.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Leone, the runner at third. Pearce on at second with 2 down. 0-2 the count to Benintendi.
Boy, I love the way he's competing out there on the mound right now. He's got a chance to rack back-to-back Ks with 2 runners in scoring position. He's not giving in at all.
This is pulled into right. Garcia is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Some of our nation's young minds. Stepping in, Mike Zunino. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Mike Zunino.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
0-1.
Hits it high and deep out to center field. Ranging back is Bradley. And it's gone into the monster seats.
You think it's easy to be a pitcher at this level? Well, when the number 8 hitter takes you deep, you know there's no such thing as an easy out.
The center fielder.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
Man, when you're struggling at the plate, that pitcher smells blood in the water. He's coming right after you, trying to end it quick.
Fouled away. The 0-2 once more. Count remains at 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the third baseman, Eric.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring in utility man extraordinaire Eric Sogard. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Sogard, affectionately referred to as nerd power thanks to the signature specs. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Tommy Pham stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. 2 out, nobody on. And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2. The slider freezes him at the plate. A called third strike, and the inning comes to a close. But the Rays are able to knot things up on the solo home run.
Back here now as the Red Sox are ready to bat in the third inning, and as they do, it's worth mentioning that their lineup has been one of the best in baseball this year. In fact, with the highest team batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage in all of Major League Baseball, it's probably safe to say they have the absolute best offense in the sport these days. As one player told me earlier, yeah, I mean, you don't have to dig too deep into the stats to understand the level we're playing at. We have a special group, we know it, and we still think we can get better. Safe to say no one else around the league hopes they can, guys.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. This is line to left. But coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first out.
Now batter, the designated hitter.
Now is the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
The hitter in this situation has to understand that this pitcher is on the attack, looking for a quick inning. If there's something in the heart of the plate, you better pull the trigger on it.
Behind 0-2 now. A swing by Martinez, and this is driven to left. And it bangs off the monster. And the streak will continue as he creeps even higher up the all-time list.
Now into the 30s, do you think he starts looking ahead, 100%. Thinking about that magic number, maybe getting it to 40?
Yeah, I don't think you ever worry about Joe D's number, but when you start climbing into the 30s, man, there's not many guys that have been there. This is just a steady diet of staying in the zone for over a month.
0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Taken, strike two.
Talk about challenging a guy. He offered up 2 in a row right down the chute, and the batter didn't even flinch. Gotta wonder what he was looking for.
Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. So a 2-run shot to left center. 34 home runs now on the year. And the Red Sox have taken a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, and it looks like at least one player is having a night to remember. He drove in their only run earlier in the game and continues the hot hand with a deep one into the night sky.
The batter, the third baseman, Brock.
Here's Brock Holt now as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And he takes strike two. Still only 1 out in the inning. Line to the right side. Garcia is right there as he takes it for the second out.
Boy, sometimes they say you hit it hard, good things will happen. Well, that's not the case right there. That was a bullet that just stayed up and is caught in the outfield.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Inner third let go. It's a called strike. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Betts, who's often just referred to as plain old Mookie. He was a 5th-round pick back in 2011. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. Off the light tower, and it's gone. A solo home run there for Mookie. Number 43 on the year for him. And with it, the Red Sox have taken a 4-1 lead.
Wow, another long ball in the early going of this one. The second one he's allowed in just 2 2/3 innings. Might want to warm up those showers. He might be heading that way real soon if he can't keep the ball.
The catcher, number 3.
In now, Sandy Leon. He'll take a look at the strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 1 for 1 after a single this first time up. Oh, and that is right down the middle for strike 2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. This one's also hit well. Deep down the right field line. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. Striding forward now is the DH. Austin Meadows comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
Stepping in now, Brandon Lowe. And he hits it hard to the right side. And that is going to sneak on through into right. It's a 1-out single.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Oh, I love this, boys. Mano-y-mano. He's coming to get him with back-to-back big-time heaters.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. Just a touch outside. 1-2.
Talk about frustrating as a pitcher. You make a great pitch like that, the guy just lays off of it. That barely missed the zone.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
And here's a ball out towards straightaway center field. Bradley is there. And that's the 3rd out. Rays strand just the 1. They trail it 4-1. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked with manager Alex Cora during the break about his thoughts on the Red Sox hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said they're doing an excellent job with pitch selection, meaning they're swinging at the right pitches and doing damage with them.
Leading off
the numbers
for
back
the
that
Red
up.
Sox.
5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, guys.
Steve.
Thank you, Heidi.
Here.
And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike 1.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Well, man, as we take a look at his line here, he might not know all the specifics, but he knows he hasn't been pitching all that well in this one. Sometimes it happens. You start a game and never completely get into that rhythm. Seems to be the case here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a cold strike about thigh high. 0-1.
Sometimes it's all about the stuff you have on a particular day. You take a look inside the numbers. 100% of his first pitches to batters have been for strikes, but the quality hasn't been there. He's going to have to make some changes to turn this one around.
Ready with the 0-2. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Back goes Kiermaier. On the warning track, he makes the catch. the plate, Andrew
Now
Benintendi. He's
the
working on
left
a
fielder,
1-for-2 game so
Andrew
far.
Benintendi.
He's set, and the pitch. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike one. Sinker on the inside, and that's a strike. Now a bunt attempt here. Robertson is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Now batting,
So
number
striding
23.
forward now, number 23. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Sinker to open the AB, in there for strike one. Fastball called for strike two.
He's been getting lit up all game, and there's a common denominator. He keeps missing right down the middle of the plate. Case in point with that last one.
Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike three anyway, and the inning is over. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the fifth.
Matt, Rays manager Kevin Cash talked to me in between innings about his lineup's offensive production, and he mentioned they need to show a lot more patience with their at-bats moving forward. It's been a struggle for them to get anything going, and he said they just seem way too anxious right now.
Leading off
the
for Tampa
numbers
Bay,
back that up too.
the first
They've
baseman,
swung at the first pitch more than
Daniel
70% of the time in this
Robertson.
game, so their focus going forward is to be a little bit more relaxed and willing to let the at-bats come to them. Matt?
All right, thanks, Heidi. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th
Now
time
batting,
he struck out,
catcher,
and we're only in the
Mike
2nd game of this series.
Zunino.
Here now is Mike Zunino. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. He homered back in the 3rd inning in this one. Strike two called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Mike Zunino
Now batting,
goes down for
the center
out number
fielder,
2 in the
Kevin
top half.
If this
Kiermaier.
doesn't boost your confidence on the mound, I'm not sure what does. That's 6 pitches and 2 strikeouts in the inning, and that was a really nice fastball for the punch out on that one.
Into the box now, Kevin Kiermaier, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. On a line, that's a base hit. So a nice job there to fight off an 0-2 pitch and keep the inning alive for at least one more batter. Here's
Now
Eric
batting,
Sogard. 0 for 2
baseman,
from him so far in this
Eric
one. No
Sogard.
balls and a strike to count.
All right, that's when you got to tell yourself to slow down a little bit right there. Out in front on a fastball, hit it hard, but pulled it foul.
Sent on the ground out to second. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for Tampa, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Here's J.D. Martinez.
Leading
1
off
for 2.
for
He
the
grounded
Red
out
Sox,
first time up and
the
followed that
designated
with
hitter,
a base hit.
J.D.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Martinez.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. Action in the Rays' pen now as they've got a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1. Here's
the batter, number 2.
Now, and he's coming off a 2-run homer his last time around.
Last at bat, Danny, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2. Oh, and 2 home now to Bogaerts. Now a check swing here and a little looper. Adames takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out.
Now batting, third baseman.
Next up for the Red Sox, Brock Holt. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike. 5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game. Started to go around, but it's a called third strike anyway, and that will retire. Now at the plate, Tommy Pham. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets to 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play. You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
That's 10 strikeouts for him. Now I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
So digging in now, Austin Meadows. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And he takes ball 1.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is when he's really going to have to bear down. When you start going through that lineup the 2nd and 3rd time, you've kind of emptied the bucket out already, so he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches.
Hit high and deep out to left. Not quite out of here as it's off the monster.
He's around 2nd now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing.
And he's in there at 3rd with a 1-out triple.
So that's now 7 triples for him on the season, fellas.
And Matt, that's a pretty good number. That tells me he loves to shoot the ball in the gap, and he's not afraid to go full throttle around the bases.
1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Boy, in a perfect spot for the splitter there. It's 0-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
That strikeout changes the whole complexion of the inning.
Now batting,
he was definitely pitching for it with a runner on 3rd and 1 out, and he got it. Now it's going to take a hit or something like a wild pitch to get that guy home.
First offering on its way. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Meadows on 3rd with 2 out. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Rays strand just the 1. They trail it 4-1.
Your
Number
attention,
70
please.
is on, and he'll take over
Now
on the mound in relief.
Number 70.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Mookie Betts. He'll do battle with a new
Leading
arm
off
out there in their
for the
half
Red
of the
Sox.
6th.
The
In
right
there,
fielder,
strike 1.
Mookie Betts.
Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. And that'll be off the green monster in left. The tag, and he is out at 2nd.
The catcher, number 3.
Digging in the switch hitter, Sandy León. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Now a southpaw up to throw in that Tampa Bay bullpen. Comes set with the 0-1. Called strike 0-2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row, but both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
The first baseman, number 25.
2 men are gone now in the Boston half of the 6th, and that'll bring in the outfielder who's played for every AL Eastern Division club in his career, Steve Pearce. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Now the 0-1. Boy, right down the middle for strike 2.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3 as they. Stepping up now, Willie Adames, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
The shortstop, Willie.
Couldn't resist on that one, and he's behind 0-1.
This is the bugaboo on the offensive side. You want to stay in there and work a guy's count and hopefully get into the bullpen. But when you find yourself 0-1 every time, hitting becomes even more difficult.
And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. Popped straight up. Number 23 ranging into shallow right. He's not going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
The second for 1, on to first, but not in time as he beats it out. Pitch on its way now to Zunino, and that misses for ball 1. And he lays off the pitch up and in, ball 2.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
2 balls and a strike to count. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
Got him.
As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Standing in now, Kevin Kiermaier, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Smoke toward the hole. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out, and a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired.
Number 30 for the Rays.
Digging in now, Jackie Bradley Jr. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Big curveball right down the middle for strike number 2.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate, and for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Now batting.
1 man is out in the Red Sox 7th.
Andrew.
And up next, the exciting left-handed
Benintendi.
bat of Andrew Benintendi. And that's in there for strike 1. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. Here's a strike with the breaking ball. Line towards center field. Kiermaier is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting, number 23.
Digging in to try it again. Number 23. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Here's the first pitch to him. Squares with 2 outs and gets it down. Throw to first will get him as they pounce on it quickly to snuff out the bunt. Down in order go the Red Sox, but they lead it 4-1. So Tampa's batting order turns over and set to go. Eric Sogard. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
0-1, here it comes. And he'll fight this one foul off to the left as the count goes to 0-2. The 0-2 home. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. And there are the final numbers for the Boston starter. And he was really in command on the mound throughout the evening.
Hey, Matty V, you know when you've got really good stuff, you look down at that strikeout total. Double-digit strikeouts in this one. He had swing and miss stuff right from the beginning.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat this. This is a huge half inning right here. They have to find a way to score a few runs. They do not want to face the closer, needing 3 runs in the 9th. That means game over.
And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Wow, he's just a lost cause in this one. That's the 4th time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Austin Meadows. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, and they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
Frozen on the fastball, never had a chance, and the inning is over. Rays going.
Your
Oliver
attention,
Gray
please.
is on to pitch out
Now
of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 47, Oliver.
Now the Red Sox DH, J.D. Martinez. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. 0-1 the count. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. So here's the cleanup hitter.
The batter, number 2.
He flew out in his last at-bat.
Xander.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And action now in the Tampa Bay pen, as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. In there, strike 2. 8th inning, 4-1 is our score. And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this
third
inning.
baseman.
That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
He's set. Here it comes. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. In there at the knees, 0-2 now.
Boy, he looks strong out there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side in order, and against the middle of the order, too.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Red Sox. Now at the plate, Brendan Lowe. He's batting cleanup in
Leading
this
off for
one,
Tampa
but
Bay,
will get us started
the second
here in the
baseman.
inning as they look
Number
to
8,
wake up the
ladies and
bats.
gentlemen.
Yeah, not
your
much to get
attention,
excited
please.
about with just a single
pitching
notch
for
on
the
the
Red Sox.
scoreboard, but you have to give
Number
credit to where
70.
it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Ryan Brazier comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that
Up next for
fastball
Tampa
was
Bay,
way behind him when the
right
swing
fielder,
came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
So here is Avisaíl Garcia. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. Grounded softly down the line toward first. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
The windup and the 0-1. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
Yeah, this guy's having a good day right there. You can tell he is all over. His timing is spot on. This pitching staff is going to have to find a way to attack him a little differently.
2-2. Now this crowd of 36,000 plus come to their feet. Hit out towards second. To first, and the ball game is over.
Man, they've already put the all-time winning streak record in their rearview mirrors. But with every win, it gets further
The final line
and
score.
further.
The trade deadline has come and gone. Here's a recap of what happened on and off the field yesterday. Starting in the AL East, Nathan Eovaldi had 13 punch-outs and earned the win, helping lead the Red Sox to a win over the Rays 4-1. The victory extended their incredible run of consecutive games with a win. The Diamondbacks got 11 hits overall as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 8-4. Jorge Soler blasted 4 home runs as Kansas City took care of the Blue Jays 13-1. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. Jeff McNeil had an outstanding day at the plate with 8 runs batted in as the Mets took down the White Sox 21-8. Zach Greinke pitched into the 9th inning with 1 earned run on his line, leading the Astros past the Indians 4-1. He is currently in the top 5 in the AL in shutouts. Shohei Ohtani sent 2 into the seats while driving in 3, helping lead the Angels over Detroit 4-3. The A's grabbed 13 hits in the game as they stomped the Brewers 9-2. The Seattle Mariners finished off a 2-game sweep as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 2-0. Austin Dean launched 2 home runs and added 5 RBIs to his total, leading the Fish to a win over the Twins 8-6. The Braves earned the 3-game series sweep as they took down the Nationals in Washington 5-4. The Phillies allowed only 5 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Giants 5-0.
Now from Fenway Park here in Boston, Game 1. So striding in, Tommy Pham. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The left fielder,
Here
number
comes
29, Tommy Pham.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
And here's the starting lineup for the visiting Tampa Bay Rays. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Yeah, Matty, every person that bought a ticket tonight came to see one thing, and that's the guy on the mound. But I'll tell you what, from an offensive standpoint, this is what you live for. Who's going to make the adjustments offensively to put quality at bats against this guy? Do they have to get him early? Can someone work themselves into a big count to drive a ball in the gap late? I am so fired up to see this offense take on this monster.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
Well, at the rate he's going to strike out 27 on 81 pitches. Not throw a single ball and toss a perfect game. Obviously, I'm kidding, but you can't start a game any better than this. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts, 6 pitches. This has the makings of a great outing already.
Into the box, Austin Meadows. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Behind 0-2 now. And he fouls this one off. Just underway here at Fenway Park. And it's fouled away. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We are scoreless on the show. At the plate, Andrew Benintendi, and he enters play
Leading
today,
off
currently
for the
5th
Red
in the
Sox.
American League in hitting.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
Dan Dero, we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight. It was another loss for him last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, Dero. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax. Hey, this game's starting off exactly the way they want it to. Lead-off single in the bottom of the first after their pitcher went out there and threw a donut on the board. Boys are flying around.
Digging in, number 23, and he's a strong candidate for Rookie of the Year honors. If he can avoid a collapse here in the final months, it's been a great first campaign in the big leagues for him so far.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Drilled right back up the middle. Robertson for 1. On to first, a double play. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. Who are you focused on, Dan, please?
Well, you have to be really impressed with what J.D. Martinez does for this offense. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
Kiermaier is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire. Sox go down quietly. Still no score.
Leading off for Tampa Bay.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Baseman, number 35.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
He's lucky it's only a single back up the middle and not a double in the gap or a home run. Pitches like that in a show get absolutely hammered.
First pitch of the at-bat. high fastball is in there. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. A runner at first with no outs here. And that's taken for a called strike 2.
Throws him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively. And guys, let's take a look at Rafael Devers. Got rushed to the big league super quick because the guy could flat rake. Defense has lagged a little bit behind. Had some throwing issues early, but working on his craft and continuing to get better every year.
Ready with the 1-1. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Fouled away. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball. Lifetime against Chris Sale. He's got 5 base hits in 21 at-bat. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Rays strand just the 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's Xander Bogaerts now, having a very nice year, currently second in the American League in batting average entering play.
There's a lot of ways to get on base. Base hit, a walk, hit by pitch. This guy's in the top 5 on base percentage. He does a little bit of all of those things.
Good curveball, strike 2.
I know he stole a strike right there, but he better be careful with that curveball. That's coming across and catching a lot of plate. And if he stays back.
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Back goes Kiermaier to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Batting 5th, the right fielder.
Here's J.D. Martinez. Here comes the first pitch. Dangerous curveball that time, but laid off as it drops into the top of the zone. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. Gone over the monster and out onto Lansdowne Street. So a solo shot here to left center field. So his remarkable season continues as the Red Sox get the game's first run. It's 1-0. So we'll take one more look. And boy, he just continues to hit the ball out of the ballpark at an alarming rate. What a year.
Batting
in now, Rafael Devers,
third baseman,
as he begins this one as the 4th leading hitter in the American League. Strike taken, good bender on the outside there. Previous history with Blake Snell, a number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. Breaking ball drops right in the chute for a strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit well again down the right field line, and that'll wind up a foul ball just to the right of Pesky's pole. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Kiermaier is there. 2 gone. Standing in, Christian Vasquez. And you can see great numbers over the past few games. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
fouled off. Red Sox on top in the early going, 1-0 as we play the second. Smoked on the ground left side, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that
Batting
extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with
Moreland
knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Coming to the plate now, Mitch Moreland. He comes into this one ranked number 6 in the American League home run race.
Yeah, guys, this isn't a shocker right here. He is definitely known as one of the best pure power hitters in baseball these days.
Now the 0-1. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Ready on 0-2. High in the air out to center field. Kiermaier on the run. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. The Red Sox are on the board thanks to the solo home run. We've played 2. Now
Back now at Fenway Park, home of the Red Sox, who have certainly treated these fans to some impressive pitching so far this year. Coming into the day, they rank first in the league in both ERA and strikeouts, a combination that has opposing lineups searching for answers. One member of the staff told me, it's a special group of guys. I've never been on a pitching staff that's so dominant top to bottom, and I've been on some pretty good ones. Now, one of the hitters on the team told me, I'm relieved I get to stand behind them and play defense instead of staring them down in the box. That can't be fun. Matt, back to you.
Thank you, Heidi. The next 0-2. And another foul ball. Ready with another 0-2. And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he's part of a flat-footed tie for the AL lead. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Willie Adames is out number 2 here in the 3rd inning.
Boy, he's got great stuff today, doesn't he? That's 7 punch-outs now here in the middle innings. He's up over 1 in the inning up to this point. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can change their plan of attack and start to put the ball in play. But right now, that's just not happening.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Waiting on it is Benintendi. And that ends the inning. Down in order go the Rays. They're down 1-0. Here's Jackie Bradley now. One of the better hitters in the league this year. Currently 7th in the American League in hitting.
The center fielder.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Bradley.
In there for strike 1.
Junior.
Previous history with Blake Snell. He's got 2 hits in 17 at-bats. Froze him on the bender there, and he's in the hole 0-2. Liner toward right center. But this will be run down out there in the alley. A nice play by the center fielder for the first out.
Now
so
batting,
with 1 gun in the inning, we'll take a look at where these guys sit in the standings. And I think they can pretty much start to think about next year because they are well back in the division race. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. 0-2 the count to Benintendi. Hit hard to the right side, and that is through into right field for a single. Another multi-hit game for him here tonight. No surprise there as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you can see there, he's currently in 5th place in that department in the AL race. Stepping in and ready for another shot, number 23. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Rising fastball, and it catches the zone for a strike. The 0-1 on its way. Benintendi's on the move. That's a strike to throw down. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Hey, it's almost impossible to throw a base runner out that gets a lead that big. And plus, this catcher's not known for having a cannon of an arm. Now the 0-2 pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
The designated
nice piece
hitter.
of hitting right there. Looks like the guy in second has to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
Here's Brock Holt now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. On the season, Holt is, get this, slugging over 700. That's a number almost unheard of, so if you can help it, don't miss any of his at-bats. Behind 0-2 now. Oh-2, here it comes. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Ford. Now batting, Daniel Robertson, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Strike one to start the at-bat. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
Man, when you're struggling at the plate, that pitcher smells blood in the water. He's coming right after you, trying to end it quick.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Stepping in now, Austin Meadows. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series.
Now
that's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
Next to bat will be the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, number 35. And, Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his arm.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. It remains 1-0. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter,
leading off
Xander Bogaerts.
For the Red Sox.
First
the
pitch
shortstop
on its way.
Xander.
And a fastball's in there for strike one. Oh, and 2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. It bangs off the billboard, and it's out of here. It's a solo shot for Xander Bogaerts, number 35 now on the season, and that gives the Red Sox a 2-0 lead.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a very, very good hot
now
streak.
batting,
Into the
right
box
fielder,
now, J.D. Martinez. As he'll take a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. And a curveball taken for strike 2. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Oh, there it goes. In the air to left center, and you can forget about this one. Back-to-back home runs. So a solo shot here to left center field, his second of the game, as the Red Sox have moved out 3-0.
Wow, back-to-back to start the inning. Talk about putting a pitcher on notice. On the mound, you almost have to completely forget about those and try to convince yourself you're starting the inning
the
over
third baseman.
No one on, no one out.
Oh, tried to hold back as this is hit back toward the mound. On to first, so a good bounce-back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Now batting, catcher.
Into the box, Christian Vasquez. A base hit in his first trip. Now here it comes. Curveball looked at here for strike 1. 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down and away.
Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3.
Now batting,
and there are 2
baseman.
away.
Mitch.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Inner third let go. It's a called strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. So back now at Fenway Park, and here's Heidi Watney with a report.
Matt, Rays manager Kevin Cash talked to me in between innings about his lineup's offensive production. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
All right, Heidi, thank you. And he fouls this one off. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. And that will bring in Yandy Diaz. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, Matty, and he was locked up by a good fastball for strike 3 last time. I'm interested to see if they attack him the same way. Come at him with hard velo late or snap something off in the dirt to see if he'll fish.
Here's the pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Hit softly down the line at first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see, he currently ranks 2nd in the AL in that department. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Kiermaier now.
Hey, this offense needs to check themselves right now. They have to find a way to get somebody on base and get this guy out of the stretch and make him a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, they're 1 strike away from being shut out through 5.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Down in order go the Rays. They trail in this one 3-0. At the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. He's
leading
0
off
for 1 thus
for the
far.
Red Sox.
Here comes the first pitch.
Jackie
First
Bradley
pitch fastball in there for a called strike. Don't know what he's waiting for there. It's 0-2. And he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning.
Now
back to the top of the order now. And up next, the exciting left-handed bat of Andrew Benintendi. And they start him out away with a called strike. Strike two. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. Robertson is there. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The batter,
Ready now,
23.
number 23. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. In there for strike 1, 0-1. And a curveball's in there, so he's quickly behind 0-2.
I know you're standing on the mound. You got 2 quick outs right here, but you have to respect the fact that this lineup can hit you and hit you in a hurry. Number 2-hole batter up at the plate. He has a chance to get on and get the big boys up.
And
the batter
says the first base
designated hitter.
The throw was too
late.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring up the versatile utility man Brock Holt. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
That's what makes pitching so difficult. You get the first 2 guys out of the inning, then you give up that 2-out base hit. Now you have the middle part of the order coming up, and this is where you have to really refocus on that mound, stay out of a potential big inning.
The 0-2 pitch started to go around, but it's a called third strike anyway, and that will retire. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He'll start things out in their half
Leading
of the
off for
6th
Tampa
as
Bay,
they look to shake
the
things
catcher,
up here for a lineup
Travis
that, quite frankly,
d'Arnaud.
has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than
Now
it's
batting,
been fantastic?
shortstop,
We'll see if that continues
Willie
as we approach the later inning.
Now an off-speed pitch gets the outside. It's a called strike.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of these hitters.
And it's fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Skied into very shallow right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. They try. At the plate, Xander Bogaerts. He'll lead off for the Red Sox here in their half of the 6th.
The shortstop.
Ready with the first pitch.
Xander.
Here it comes.
Bogaerts.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. Oh, he checked his swing there and pops this one up. Robertson will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Now batting, right
Digging
fielder,
in, J.D. Martinez. And he's the reigning American League Player of the Month.
Well, Matt, this is one of the problems. This guy's a good fastball, particularly low fastball hitter. It doesn't matter how hard or how low you throw it. That's right into this wheelhouse. What you want to do with this guy is move the ball from the belt up to get him to chase something that maybe he'll pop up in the infield. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2. 2 men are gone now in the Boston half of the 6th,
third baseman,
and that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. First pitch on its way. Laid off the bender there, but it's in for a called strike. Good curveball. Strike two. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike three anyway, and the inning is. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Daniel Robertson, and he'll step in to start things out against Chris Sale. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Striding in, Austin Meadows. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
0-1. I know it goes without saying, but the best pitch in baseball is getting ahead with a first pitch strike. That's why this guy's been able to stay in this game, pounding the zone.
And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
The batter, number 35.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, number 35. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. At the knees, strike one.
Hey, it's really hard to pitch a gem, and what helps? This guy's first pitch strike percentage, about 100%. Can't get any better than that.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Benintendi retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a side.
Your
Number
attention,
38
please.
enters from the
Now
bullpen to do the
for
pitching.
Number 38.
Into the box now, Christian Vasquez. He'll look to bounce back after striking
off
out his
for
last
the
time
Red
up.
Sox.
Yeah, he failed to pull the
The
bat off
catcher,
his shoulder in that one, Matty.
Christian
Down on 3 pitches, pretty much a
Vasquez.
wasted AB. This has to be a better effort.
Took something off the curveball there. 76 miles an hour. It's 0-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. 1 man is out in the Red
Now
Sox
batting,
7th. And
the
that'll
first
bring up a
baseman,
former Gold Glover,
Mitch
the first baseman, Mitch Moreland.
Moreland.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And action now in the Tampa Bay pen as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down. Standing in, Jackie
Now
Bradley
batting,
Jr.
the
First 2
center
men in the
fielder,
inning have both gone
Jackie
down via the punch-out, so
Bradley
we'll see if he can fare any better.
Jr.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Check swing called strike. 0-1. Bunt attempt with 2 outs. And he is called out at first on a close play. So here is Avisail Garcia, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
The right fielder,
Heath Hembry has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
Here comes the pitch for Garcia.
Number 37.
Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone.
Hembry.
Hey, boys, although I'd love to get all over this offense for underachieving, let's tip our cap to this pitching staff right here. They've been able to execute, working all 4 quadrants and keeping this team totally off balance.
And there are the final numbers for the Boston starter. He was on point from the get-go this evening.
One of the big keys to having a good pitching performance is not being afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. And this guy certainly wasn't in this one. Didn't allow a walk all game long.
One out, nobody on. Grounded back up the middle. And the throw here is going to get him at first. Excellent range there at short, and there are 2 away now. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Good breaking ball there, laid off for the 2nd strike. There seem to be different philosophies. And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Down in order go the Rays.
Your
Number
attention,
70
please.
takes the mound as he's
Now
been called
pitching
upon to
for Tampa
pitch.
Bay, number 70.
So the lineup flips over and digging in, Andrew Benintendi. He's 2 for
Leading
3
off
thus far.
for the Red Sox,
From the stretch,
the
here's
left
the
fielder,
pitch. And he gets
Andrew
ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Benintendi.
With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Yeah, you ain't kidding, Matty. Dan, what does this feel like when balls are just flying out of the yard?
Hero, it's just one of those days when you're out there as a pitcher going, oh, I wish I was somewhere anywhere else but on that bump right now. This has the makings of being a long game.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Now in the box, number 23. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Hard hit ball to short. Adames scoops it up. And quickly there are 2 away. Coming to the plate now, Brock Holt. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch of the at-bat. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Comes set and the 0-1. Check swing grounder to the right side. Oh, he whips on it as it's by him at first. They'll throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the striding in once again, Travis d'Arnaud. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. Marcus Walden comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 64, Marcus Walden.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2. And if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
And he takes something off there as this is swung on and missed, and there's one gone here in the 9th.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with it.
Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And he will recover in time to get it over to first. Nicely done there as they record the second out.
The left fielder, number 29.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Tommy Pham. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Man, they've already put the all-time winning streak record in their rearview mirrors. But with every win, it gets further and further away. We could say this now.
The final line
this
score
is
for
one
our
of the
ball
greatest
game
teams
tonight
in the
for the
history of
victorious
baseball.
Boston
And
Red Sox.
tonight's ends is